Okay, so the last two things we have to talk about are tables and reading order. And since a large part of fixing a table has to do with reading order, we're going to go ahead and cover these two pieces together. So first, a table. You look on this page right here, we don't have any structure type for this. You can see structure type is highlighted here and nothing showing. That's because this page has yet to be tagged. This whole page is a table except for the title appears. Let's go ahead and tag it. We're going to tag that, and I know from earlier that that's a heading 3. And then all of this here is a table. So I'm going to highlight the whole thing. I'm going to come over here to my reading order panel and mark table. That's pretty much all you do for tables. It's just that simple. The difficult part with tables then, or the time-consuming part then, becomes checking the order. So each one of these then becomes a new tab. So the student gets that text, they hit tab, they get that text, they hit tab, they get that text. We want to make sure that they're getting this information in the correct order. What you'll normally do is you'll finish, like I said in a previous video, all of the structure types first, and then you'll go through and do reading order. Most of the time you can just eyeball it, but we're going to go into the details of how to do it because we're working with a table to start with. So over here on your touch-up reading order panel, you're going to show page order content, and you'll see that all of these have changed to numbers, and those numbers are the order in which they are going to be read. So this is 75th. It's going to be read 75th. That'll be read first. That'll be read second. That'll be read third, fourth, fifth, so on. We know that this shouldn't be the last thing that's read, so we know we need to fix it. To fix it, we're going to come over here again to our touch-up reading order and hit Show Order Panel. And then that brings up this panel over here, and we need to go down to page 18. So we're going to expand page 18. And the first thing they're reading here, the first thing the computer will read is this text here. But we want them to read this text, this heading that we have in here first. So we have to find that, number 75 on our list, click on it, and we're going to drag it all the way up to first. And then you'll drop it where you'll see the arrow come back, and then you get a little line, and that's where you're dropping it. So now that's going to read first. Then we just need to check through the rest of the table to make sure that the order makes sense. So it makes good sense that we're going to read this title, this title, this title, and then this. That makes good sense. Then it's going to start reading across here, but I'm not sure it's supposed to read across there. So again, I'm going to come over to Show Page Content Groups and get rid of it so I can see. And if I look over this actually isn't supposed to read across. This whole thing here is one paragraph, and this whole thing is one paragraph. So we need to fix that. So if I bring it back, I want this whole paragraph here to read as one item. So I'm going to highlight the whole thing, similar to what we did before, except instead of hitting text, because we're working in a table, this time I'm going to hit cell. And that makes it its own cell. Then I'm going to do that with the rest of these, highlight the whole text, and hit cell. Highlight the whole text. If you don't get it all, try again. And then hit cell. So now we've got the header reading first, then we've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, then 9, and then down here, this whole thing needs to be a cell again as well. This whole thing needs to be a cell again as well. And so on and so forth till you've gotten the whole thing fixed. The important parts with tables: 1, make sure you have all of the contents that should be in the cell in one cell, and 2, make sure that the cells read in the correct order. And that's tables.